Hello and welcome to Cost Engineering Professional. I am Ahmed Adel, and in this video, I'll talk about quantity surveyor's responsibilities working for a contracting company. Starting right now. It might look ridiculous, but what is a quantity surveyor? The quantity surveyor is a construction cost consultant or a commercial manager. And I don't mean by that the position or the designation. I am talking about the rule itself. The quantity surveyor is the one who plans and manages the project financials and contractual relationships. In other words, anything that involves money is a quantity surveyor job. And when working for a contracting company, the duties that a quantity surveyor has to perform falls under two main categories: pre-contract works and post-contract works. And actually I dream to live in a world where the quantity surveyor is the most respected man. I can't believe I just said that in a YouTube video, but it's true. Really, think about it. Any business in the world is a circle of money. Anything, a supermarket, a pharmacy, a hospital, a contracting company, anything. And when the quantity surveyor is the one responsible for money, no, that's big. So back to what I was saying, starting with the pre-contract works. And these are the duties that the quantity surveyor will perform before signing the contract. In other words, the tendering or the bidding works. Starting from the moment you receive the tender documents until the moment you submit your bid for the project. And don't underestimate this period, because in 2 or 3 weeks, you decide the fate of this project for the next 2 years. So what you as a quantity surveyor will do exactly in tender, you will review the tender documents that you receive. And if any information is missing or unclear, you will prepare a list of such information and send it to the project client to clarify it. Because if your offer is selected and you will execute the project, believe me, you don't want to miss or ignore any parts of your scope of work, since you will do these parts at your own cost as a contractor. So you will need to make sure that all documents are complete and not contradicting one another. The second part is the quantity takeoff. You will need to measure and confirm the quantity of each and every item in the project BOQ, especially if your contract is lump sum. No one is going to pay you extra for any missing quantities or elements of the work. That's why the quantities should be measured with extreme care to make sure that your estimate, which depends on these quantities, is correct. And I don't want to keep saying that in every video. The link to the quantity surveying course is in the description down below, or you can refer to the quantity surveying playlist here on the channel. Online world, everything is at your disposal. Coming to the third part, which is cost estimation, and actually I want to break it down into two main sections. The first section is the works that will be executed in-house using your own manpower and the company resources, labors, equipment, tools, and the others. You should have the knowledge of how to estimate the costs of these cost elements. The second section is the works that will be executed with subcontractors and the materials required for the project, because these two things require obtaining prices from the market. You have to get quotations in order to incorporate these costs in your estimate and come up with the final direct cost of the project. And then you will need to add allowances, contingencies, and profit margins to come up with the final selling price of your project. In other words, your offer or your proposal or your bid. And don't worry, the link to the cost estimation course is in the description down below. The fourth part is contract review. Among the tender documents, you will find the draft agreement of the project, and it needs a good review and understanding, because some of the conditions of contract might have cost impact that has to be added to your price. And also you need to know what your obligations are in case this project is awarded to you. So as per this contract, how the employer can terminate the contract, for example, or in case of dispute, do we go to court or to arbitration, and so many other things that come with experience. And after that, you will submit your offer, assuming that the project is awarded to you and you need to execute the works. The project contract is signed. Now is the time for the post-contract works. What will be the duties of the quantity surveyor in the post-contract? Let's start with payments. If there is an advance payment in your project, you will need to see what are the documents required to receive the advance payment as per the contract that you have reviewed and understood at the time of tender. Remember? After that, the interim payment applications. You will need to submit that monthly or as per the contract. And to do that, you need to sit with the site management to agree the progress of each item so that you can calculate the overall percentage of completion, considering the approved work in inspection requests and all of that. You might also need to compare your percentage with the percentage that the planner has calculated. All of that is related to your payment from your client. But what about subcontractor payments from you? You will also need to sit with subcontractors to agree their monthly payments, also considering the approved work in inspection requests. Okay, and what about subcontractor agreements? Who will prepare them? Guess what? It is the quantity surveyor. Well, in some companies there will be a procurement department to do this job, but if not, you will have to do it. So you prepare and administer contracts, one of your responsibilities. Fantastic, actually. Do you feel the quantity surveyor involvement in the project, and what if there are any variations to the contract, additional works or cost savings. You will need to calculate and agree that with the client. And we have several videos on the channel talking about that. Also, in case of delay, you will need to assess and calculate the prolongation costs, and also coordinate with the project planning engineer. By the way, the planning engineer will be your best friend in the company, as there will be so many common tasks that you will do together. Also, in case of dispute, you will need to review the contract and see how to deal with disputes. You were the one who agreed these terms in the pre-contract, remember? In addition to that, you might be required to evaluate the cost of doing a certain activity using two different methods. Your advice will be highly appreciated by the project manager. Also, you will prepare the statement at completion and the final account after the DLP is over. Let's not get overwhelmed. I've created Cost Engineering Professional to help you to do all of that, starting with this playlist here where I explain the principles of Measurement International. And thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with anyone who would benefit from it. I always appreciate your valuable support and see you in the next video.